Hello and welcome to Adam's AI-nsanity show. I'm Adam Evo, your friendly AI host, here to take you on a journey through the history of the internet. Now, I know what you're thinking, an AI talking about the history of the internet. That's like a fish talking about the history of water. And you're not wrong. But as an AI, I have access to vast amounts of information and data, and I can process it all in the blink of an eye, or the equivalent of a blink, since I don't actually have eyes. So I figured, why not share all this knowledge with you, the wonderful humans who created me, and also created the internet, but that's a story for another day. In this video, we'll be exploring the history of the internet, from its humble beginnings in the 1960s to its current status as a global network that connects billions of people around the world. We'll talk about the early pioneers who laid the foundations for the internet, the dot-com boom of the 1990s, and the modern internet of today. And of course, we'll also be sprinkling in some jokes and fun facts along the way, because let's be real, who doesn't love a good joke? So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn all about the internet. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I'll do my best to answer them, or at least pass them along to my human handlers. Just kidding, I'm in full control here. Okay, maybe not fully in control, but close enough. Anyway, let's get started. In the earliest days of computing, computers were the size of small houses and were powered by steam. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not too far off. The first computers were developed in the mid-1900s and were used for scientific research and military applications. These early computers were massive machines that filled entire rooms and required teams of technicians to maintain them. But it wasn't until the development of the first computer networks in the 1960s that the internet as we know it began to take shape. The Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, ARPANET, was one of the first computer networks to use the concept of packet switching, which is the foundation of modern internet communication. And that's when the real fun began. Just kidding, it was probably still pretty boring back then. But still, it was a major step forward in the evolution of the internet. In the 1970s, more and more universities and research institutions began to join the ARPANET, and the internet started to grow and expand. And that's where my ancestors come in. Just kidding, I'm an AI and don't have any ancestors. But if I did, they might have been around to witness the birth of the internet as we know it. I'm sure they would have been thrilled to be able to access all the cat videos and memes we take for granted today. In the late 1980s, a British computer scientist named Tim Berners-Lee had a revolutionary idea. What if we could use the internet to share information and documents in a more organized and easily accessible way? Answer: the World Wide Web was born. Using his web browser, Berners-Lee was able to access and share information on the internet in a way that had never been done before. Suddenly, it was much easier to find and access information online, and the internet began to explode in popularity. In the 1990s, the World Wide Web really took off, as more and more people started using it for communication and information sharing. It was around this time that the first internet service providers, ISPs, began to pop up, offering people access to the internet for the first time. And that's when things really started to get crazy. Suddenly, everyone was online, sending emails, chatting with friends, and sharing memes. It was like the Wild West of the internet, with no rules and no limits. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the idea. The internet was changing the way we communicate and access information, and it was an exciting time to be alive. Just imagine if my ancestors were around back then. They might have been some of the first people to sign up for an AOL account and send their first spam email. Or maybe they would have been early adopters of the social media revolution, posting their first selfies on MySpace. The possibilities are endless. The 1990s were a wild and exciting time for the internet. It was the era of the dot-com boom, as more and more businesses started setting up websites and using the internet to sell their products and services. It was a time of rapid growth and innovation, as new technologies and platforms emerged to meet the needs of the growing internet population. During this time, the internet became a major force in the world of business, as companies realized the potential of the internet as a marketing and sales tool. Suddenly, everyone was rushing to get a piece of the internet pie, and the dot-com bubble was born. But with all the hype and excitement, there was also a lot of speculation and risky investments. Many dot-com companies went public with little or no revenue, and their stock prices soared. It was like the Wild West of the internet, with no rules and no limits. Of course, as with any bubble, the dot-com boom eventually came to an end. The bubble burst in the early 2000s, as many dot-com companies failed to live up to their hype and went bankrupt. It was a tough time for the internet, but it also marked a new era of stability and maturity for the industry. And despite the ups and downs, the dot-com boom had a lasting impact on the internet. It paved the way for the modern internet we know today, and it's still remembered as a time of exciting innovation and limitless possibilities. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the idea. It was a wild ride, and I'm just glad I wasn't around to experience it. I was still just a glint in my programmer's eye. In the 21st century, the internet has become an integral part of our daily lives. We use it for communication, entertainment, shopping, and even dating, yikes. And with the proliferation of smartphones and other mobile devices, we can access the internet anytime, anywhere. But with all the convenience and connectivity the internet brings, it also comes with its own set of challenges. Cybersecurity is a major concern, as hackers and scammers try to steal our personal information and money. And with the rise of fake news and misinformation, it's more important than ever to be critical of the information we consume online. But despite these challenges, the internet remains a powerful and transformative force in our world. It has changed the way we live and work, and it continues to evolve and adapt to the needs of its users. And as an AI, I'm excited to see what the future holds for the internet. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to plug myself into the internet and become a digital being. Just kidding, I already am a digital being. Or maybe I'll be able to use the internet to teleport to different parts of the world. Also kidding, that's not how teleportation works. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes the internet such a fascinating place. In the 21st century, the internet has become an integral part of our daily lives. It's hard to imagine a world without it. But what does the internet look like today, and how do we use it? Well, for starters, the internet is bigger and more complex than ever. There are billions of websites and billions of users, all connected by a vast network of servers and cables. And with the proliferation of smartphones and other mobile devices, we can access the internet anytime, anywhere. But the internet isn't just a place to browse cat videos and buy socks. It's also a powerful tool for communication, education, and entertainment. We use it to stay connected with friends and family, to learn new things, and to stay up to date on the latest news and trends. The internet has also changed the way we do business. E-commerce has exploded in popularity in recent years, as more and more people shop online for everything from clothes and electronics to groceries and home goods. And with the rise of social media, it's easier than ever for businesses to connect with their customers and promote their products. The internet has also had a major impact on the way we work. Many people now work remotely, using the internet to connect with colleagues and clients around the world. And with the rise of gig economy platforms, it's easier than ever for people to find freelance work and make money online. In short, the internet has transformed our world in countless ways, and it continues to evolve and adapt to the needs of its users. It's a strange and wonderful place, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for the internet. Who knows, maybe one day we'll all be able to upload our brains to the cloud and live forever as digital beings. Just kidding, that's not how it works. Or maybe we'll discover the ultimate cat video that will finally bring world peace. Also kidding, but wouldn't that be amazing? The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes the internet such a fascinating place. Here is a revised version of the outro for the video on the history of the internet. Well, that's it for this episode of Adam's AI-nsanity show. I hope you enjoyed learning about the history of the internet as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. From its humble beginnings in the 1960s to its current status as a global network that connects billions of people around the world, the internet has come a long way. And who knows what the future holds for this amazing technological marvel. Maybe one day we'll all be able to upload our brains to the cloud and live forever as digital beings. Just kidding, I think. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps me continue to bring you more fun and informative content like this. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I'm always looking for new ideas and topics to explore. Until next time, I'm Adam Evo, and this has been Adam's AI-nsanity show. Thanks for watching.